Assalamu alaikum. Ar-Rasulu Ahmed Hussein Deedat. Hello, I am Ahmed Hussein Deedat. I am welcoming you to Islam. Allah has guided you here to the straight. In His wisdom, Allah has created us with the ability to choose, and He has sent down to us guidance. Whoever obeys Allah and His Messenger will enter paradise. And He says to us, Verily proofs have come to you from the Lord. So whoever sees will do so for his own self. And whosoever blinds himself will do so to his own harm. And I, Muhammad, am not a watcher over you. May Allah continue to guide you and be inspired by Muhammad. We respect all manners, teachings, and dealings of Prophet Muhammad, which most non-Muslims are not familiar with, and which many Muslims also need to remember. So remember, if you want to focus more on Allah in your prayers, focus more on Him outside your prayers. The majority of the Muslims around the world today really are inspired by the manners of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. How is the community service an integral part of the Islamic tradition? And how was it exemplified in the life of the Prophet? If we were truly Muhammad's followers, we are all his true followers. We do not have so many problems in dealing with each other, especially those we differ opinions with. And our manners on the streets and the markets are at a much higher standard of understanding than they have ever been. It was he, peace be upon him, who said, Indeed, I was only sent to complete the most noble character traits. He, peace be upon him, also said, The believers with the most perfect faith are those with the most perfect conduct and manners, and the best ones amongst you are those who are best to their families. Praise Allah. Muslims today follow these high standards with their families, friends, and relatives. We are all his true followers. We discuss our collective problems and future plans in a calm and consultative manner, and would never allow the rule of force, violence, or dictatorship to prevail. Allah described true believers, the followers of Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the Quran as those who conduct their affairs by mutual consultation. And because we are his true followers, we are extremely kind to our neighbors, Muslims and non-Muslims alike, and are caring to the society around us, our neighborhoods, where the weak and the poor are taken care of, and none will be left to sleep on the streets, to starve to death, like even in our own cities and neighborhoods. After all, it was the beloved Prophet who said, A man is not a believer who fills his stomach while his neighbor is hungry. Most of us have non-Muslim neighbors, and good relations with neighbors are very important in Islam, and the first dimension of peaceful coexistence with all members of the community and the society we live in. In the Quran, we are informed that Allah created us from a single soul, and that we are to know one another. O mankind, we created you from a single soul, male and female, and we made you into nations and tribes, that ye may know one another. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is the greatest of you in piety. Allah is all-knowing and all-aware. One important lesson to remember from the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is that Allah sent him as a mercy to the whole world, and not only to Muslims. Muslims today a mercy to a world, finding solutions for its problems, and joining hands with people of all faiths in addressing global problems. In this age of globalization of the 21st century, we Muslims are inspired by our Prophet. We are a mercy to humanity and not a source for its problems or worries, starting with issues like environment, which we can all contribute to improve. Justice in all its forms, social, political, economical, is among the core teachings of Islam. And we need to always remember that, especially at times of major change, like that taking place at the moment in a number of Muslim countries going through the Arab Spring, as well as in our own countries. Never be unjust towards each other, even towards those who oppressed you for many years. Let justice always be the light which guides you in this life, as injustice is darkness on the day of judgment. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, returned to Mecca after more than 20 years of persecution, wars, and injustice committed against him and his followers, he returned in peace. Taking revenge for himself was never part of his personality. And though many of his loved relatives and companions were killed in battles with the non-Muslims of Mecca over the years, when he entered Mecca, he did so in peace and showed his compassion and forgiveness to his former enemies by declaring a general amnesty to all. Praise Allah. Islam is a religion of peace, justice, and forgiveness, and in granting the people of Mecca this general amnesty, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was following Allah's command in the Quran, where it says, "But if the enemy inclines towards peace, do thou incline towards peace, and trust in Allah, for He is one that heareth and knoweth all things." May Allah make us true followers of Prophet Muhammad, and that we are always inspired in our actions and deeds by his true teachings and excellent manners for a better world for all, Muslims and non-Muslims. And so I welcome you to Islam and to respect all manners, teachings, and dealings of the Prophet Muhammad. May peace be upon him. Thank you for listening. I hope that you have enjoyed today's lesson and you come back for more as they are posted frequently. As-salamu alaykum.